Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wills, Women, and Wealth podcast. I'm Elsa W. Smith, your Maryland estate planning and probate attorney, and I'm thrilled to have you with us today. We're here to empower women who value their health, wealth, and the legacies they're creating. This podcast delves into a diverse range of subjects encompassing finance, law, mental and physical health, and beyond. Our commitment is to furnish you with invaluable insights, engaging expert interviews, and enlightening episodes that address your questions on wills, estate planning, and probate matters. Remember, this is your community, and we want to hear from you. Engage with us, ask questions, suggest topics. Let's build a dialogue. Reach out to us on social media or leave us a comment below. Your input fuels the conversations we have. You can find all of our episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our upcoming content. We appreciate your support, and if you enjoy the podcast, please consider leaving us a 5-star review. Your review helps amplify our reach and brings our content to more listeners. And now, on with the podcast. Today's topic is you're everyone's plan, but what's yours? A wake-up call for the sandwich generation. If you are the one holding everything together in your family, this episode is for you. If you are the one your parents call when something goes wrong, the one your children depend on for everything, the one managing schedules, finances, emotions, and expectations, you are what we call the sandwich generation. And let me just say this first. You are doing a lot. You are carrying a level of responsibility that often goes unseen and unacknowledged. But today, I want to gently challenge you with something. You've become the plan for everyone else. But what's your plan? Because here's what I see all the time in my practice. A woman, capable, organized, dependable, is handling everything for everyone. But what if something happens to her? There's no will, no power of attorney, no advance directive, no trust in place. And suddenly, the person who was holding it all together has left behind confusion, court involvement, and stress for the very people she loves the most. So let me say something that may feel uncomfortable, but it's true. Love is not a legal strategy. Caring deeply about your family is not the same as legally protecting them. And if you are the one everyone else relies on, then having your plan in place is not optional. It is essential. Now, let's talk about something important when you're in this season of life. You're not just planning for yourself. You're also thinking about your children and your parents. So we need to look at this in two directions. What you put in place for yourself and what needs to exist for your parents. Let's start with you. At a minimum, you need a solid foundation, a last will and testament. So you decide what happens to your assets and if you have minor children, who will care for them. Next, a financial power of attorney. So someone you trust can step in and handle your financial matters if you are unable to. Then there's the advance directive. So your medical wishes are honored and someone can speak for you if you cannot speak for yourself. And for many women, a revocable living trust is also part of it. So your assets can be managed and passed on in a way that avoids unnecessary court involvement and delays. These documents are not just paperwork. They are instructions, They are protection. They are peace of mind. Now, let's look in the other direction, your parents, because this is where many families get caught off guard. We assume we'll be able to step in and help if something happens. But without the right legal documents in place, that's not automatic. You may not be able to access accounts. You may not be able to speak with doctors. You may not be able to make decisions when it matters most. And in some cases, families end up in court just to gain the legal authority to care for a parent. That process is stressful, expensive, and avoidable in many situations with proper planning. So, your parents should also have a will, a financial power of attorney, an advance directive, a HIPAA authorization so medical providers can actually speak with you when needed, and in some cases, a trust, depending on their situation and assets. Let's talk about the part that most families avoid, the conversation, because I know these conversations can feel uncomfortable. You don't want to seem intrusive. You don't want to upset your parents. And sometimes they don't want to talk about it at all. But here's the truth. Avoiding the conversation does not avoid the problem. It only delays it. And usually it delays it until a crisis. So instead of waiting for an emergency, I want you to approach this from a place of care and respect. You might say, for example, I want to make sure I can help you if you ever need it. Or, have you already put documents in place? Or even, can we talk about what you would want if there were a medical emergency? This is not about taking control. This is about honoring their wishes. Because if you don't know what they want and they haven't documented it, someone else may end up making those decisions. And that is not what most families want. Let me leave you with this. Clarity is a gift. It is a gift to your children. It is a gift to your parents. And it is a gift to yourself. So as we close today, I want to bring it back to you. You cannot continue to show up as the leader of your family without putting a plan in place for yourself. Protecting yourself is not selfish. It is responsible. It is powerful. And it is an act of love. Because when you have your plan in place, you are not just reacting to life's challenges. You are leading your family through them. So here is your next step. Start with you. Make sure your documents are in place. And then begin the conversation with your parents, one step at a time. Because this is how we protect what we've built. And this is how we create true, lasting wealth for the next generation. If this episode resonated with you, I invite you to take that next step. If you live in Maryland or the District of Columbia and you're ready to move forward, connect with the law offices of Elsa W. Smith using the link in the show notes. We're here to guide you through the process with clarity, compassion, and expertise. Because you deserve a plan that reflects the life you've built and honors the legacy you're living right now. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Wills, Women, and Wealth podcast. Today's episode is entitled, You're Everyone's Plan, but What's Yours? A wake-up call for the sandwich generation. I'll see you next time. Remember, stay informed, stay empowered, and take control of your